Hey, we got the coldest story never told, man. If you don't know who this is next door to me, right here, sitting next to me, man, I'm gonna educate you today. Because one thing you need to know, this the Jay-Z of Bissonnette. This is the coldest one that ever did it and got away with it, man. This is my brother, my friend,
man.
True one. To his word, he don't even do this here. And so when I asked him and he said, yeah, I said, ooh, we might not do it today, but we gonna get it done.
We gonna get it done.
And today's the days, man. Y'all welcome young ladies to the building, man.
Hey, man. Say now, my nigga, man, for sure.
They say church on the move.
Church on the move, man. You know what I mean? We moving, man.
How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, my nigga, for sure.
Man, I'm proud of you too, man.
Hey, man, coming from a vet, man, I sure appreciate it, man.
Man, because that way you got Junior, you know both our sons the same age, right?
Straight.
So to see where you have took him from to where he at now,
man,
father to father, hey, man, salute you, man. Hey, people think it look good on Instagram.
Right.
That's a hard job you're doing, man, and you're doing it correctly.
Man, it's the best blessing, man. You know what I mean? That's a major compliment when a motherfucker can compliment you as a father. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got a lot of it.
I swear.
You know what I mean?
It's rare.
Man, believe that, my nigga.
When that boy Rose say it's rare like a bare arm, they got a spare arm. You
hey,
know what
that
I'm
nigga
saying?
there got some mean wordplay, don't he, man?
Yeah, he cold. He cold with
sure,
it.
But I appreciate you for that, though, my nigga, no doubt.
Well, it goes, I just know the struggle in the day. I want to kind of unravel some things so that people understand that you bigger than the Rolls Royces, the jewelry, the money, you know, the clout that everybody see, though, man. You're a real man. That's what we're going to peel the onion back today and get to, man.
Man, absolutely.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, no
let's
doubt.
get to that,
Greatest
man.
story never told, man.
How does it feel when you get compliments like, man, you the Jay-Z of the game, you know what I mean, and you the best to ever do it, you the best that ever did it, you the best to, you know what I mean? What does that do for you, man?
And when I sit back, man, and I take that shit with a grain of salt, and the reason why is because, in my opinion, right, the world got their opinion, but I got my own opinion of myself, you know what I mean? And when I say the greatest that ever did it, I can't sit back and say that. I can't say that I was the greatest that ever did it. And the reason why I say that is because to the world, man, the game is one thing, right? And a lot of niggas see the game for what the world see it as. But I seen it from a bird's eye view. I was able to see it from the inside out, not the outside in, right? And a lot of the things that we glorify in the game, I feel like I failed at. You know what I mean? And that's something that I tell myself. So when niggas tell me that, it's definitely a blessing to hear a nigga tell me that,
right,
because that mean they been paying attention, right? But I feel like it's my job to get them to pay attention to the things that I paid attention to. So when niggas tell me that, I kind of take it with a grain of salt, man. I appreciate it for sure.
Facts.
Right? But like we hear right now, the greatest story never told. I'd rather be able to give a nigga some inside information.
Right,
you know what I mean? Because information is the key.
Who it is, and you got a lot of it, because you've had some glory moments, but you've also had some low moments.
Had some dark ones.
Yeah,
sure.
it's been dark.
And that's the part when I say a nigga never, I can't sit back and say I was the greatest. I don't feel like even the niggas that you think are the greatest, even the niggas that I looked at was like, man, these niggas was some cold niggas, right? In my mind, I'm like, damn, when I sit back and I look at it now from the inside.
You say it was a flaw here. It's a flaw there.
Right.
Yeah.
Nigga, you know what I mean? It wasn't an impeccable record. When you look at Michael Jordan, right?
Oof.
Impeccable record. When you look at LeBron James,
impeccable.
Kobe Bryant, them impeccable, you know what I mean? You sat back and you watched this shit, you know what I'm saying? Their life was on that screen every day, right? So on that sport that they played, they was the best that ever did it, without question.
I don't know, ladies, man. We didn't have many tools.
Right.
In that old toolbox.
Believe that.
But the tools that were in that box for you,
we made the best out of it.
You made the best out of them jokers, man.
Hey.
Cause see what they don't know. Let me go here, cause I'm gonna get a whole flow to you. I'm just warming you up. Before I met you, I knew you.
Straight.
Okay. You came here, from what I know, with a hope and a prayer and a spare. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So This is your peers. This is the church talking. This is how they describe you. When I'm coming home in 2008, 2009, 2010, I mean, they come there explaining, man, all these Rolls Royces, all these Ferraris, they telling me what's going on, how it happened, right? This is how your peers think of you. Rest in peace, Griff. He say, man, that little red joker, man, to come up here every day, man. They say, man, he done got knocked for his game. He come back with more game. If it ain't snowing, he ain't going. And he come back and he hold this little assembly together. And if he stand up tall and he come back for more. He say, man, you had a car. They used to break down on the track. You getting back and forth doing what you got to do. Because everybody didn't start off a millionaire.
Believe that.
He say, one day you pulled off, that car broke down. They all laughed at you. Say you came back in that same car. By sticks, popped the trunk, and had $4 million in the trunk and told them niggas, let's get ready to play ball. Now, gentlemen, the game has begun. I said, oh, man. I said, hold on.
Hey, so let me give you the honest truth of that.
So tell me how this thing really went.
Let me give you the honest truth of that, right? Okay, so I came here in 06.
Okay.
Right? Well, let me rewind. I came here in 98. I came home from the feds in 04. When I came home from the feds in 04, man, I'm still navigating. You got to think I still got a kid mindset, man, because I went in at such a young age. You know what I mean? I gravitated to a lot of old heads, but I still had that mind frame that I had so much catching up to do, right? So when I came here in 04, I'm like, damn, you know, Houston is the city, man, you know what I mean?
Big
the
lights,
real players and ballers, man.
Right.
So when I came here, it was niggas rolling candy red Benzes, candy red Cadillacs. I'll never forget
Southwest
Pat with the Benz, he was an S500, man, candy red with the drop. So I'm looking, you gotta think I come from Arkansas. My mind ain't that big yet. You know what I mean? I got an idea of what I wanna do, but I'm steady seeing these niggas and I'm looking at it like, man, I don't stand a chance around these niggas. This is what I'm steady telling myself. So I said, man, I got to go somewhere else and come back. You know what I mean? I got to go find myself. And when I find myself, I'm going to come back. So when I came back, so when I was here in 04, I had an F-150, Ford F-150. My partner, Paris, man. You remember Paris?
I remember Paris. Come on,
Hey,
P.
listen, man.
Tall P,
one of the
man.
greatest niggas I ever met, man. I'm going to tell you why, though. I come home in 04. I went to the halfway house in Houston. Big Steve from Rap-A-Lot, man. I gotta give him his flowers because he the nigga that embraced me in the feds, man, when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And the nigga was always preaching to me about Houston. All he talked about was Houston. When I tell you a nigga that loved Houston to death, Steve loved Houston, man. And this was my cellie. And if I was fortunate enough to be in the cell with this nigga.
Wow.
Right? So all he used to talk about was this nigga named Lil J. They call him, you know, what the world called him. They call him Lil J, right? So he used to always talk to me about this nigga. And when I was on my way home, I told the nigga, I don't want to go back to Arkansas. I want to go to Houston. He helped me get into the halfway house here in Houston. So when I come here in 04, Paris, man, when I didn't have a home, I didn't have none of that shit, man. Paris owned his own rental properties.
Yeah.
He gave me a crib, but the nigga gave me a DTS Cadillac, DeVille. I'm gonna show you this picture when we wrap up, right?
We need that.
The nigga gave me the Cadillac DTS, man. And when he told me, he said, man, just keep it as long as you need it, man. Because he already knew from me when I was 14, 15, 16 years old, he knew I was running. So he knew it wasn't gonna be long. So he give me the keys, bam, right? So I'm going out, I'm moving around. So I finally got my bread up and I bought me a red F-150. That motherfucker was fire engine red. But the bitch kept on having problems, man. I bought it from one of them used car lots, man. And the motherfucker just kept having problems all the time, man. And I had this girl, she was Asian, right?
Right.
Her family was rich as a motherfucker. Grandfather, man, you know what I mean, worked $200-300 million. Damn. And he owned a big, you know, in Arkansas we got cotton farms. They pick cotton. The grandfather had a cotton farm. That's where he got his money from. They was in the cotton game, right? So I meet the chick. Something ended up happening with her in college, and her daughter. She had a newborn daughter. I mean, a toddler. She went to class. The little baby woke up and was strolling around the college campus. So they kicked the girl out of college. They had her all on the news.
Bad mother.
They tried to create her to be this bad mother, but she wasn't. She was trying to balance life as a young kid, man. You know what I mean? In college, man, got a toddler baby. She trying to balance this shit out. But they painted her to be this bad person for headlines, and they kicked her out of college, right? So when they kicked her out of college, granddaddy disowns her, right? Fast forward, she meet me, right? And fell in love with me. You know what I mean? And she down on her luck. She telling me, man, hey, I need to get back on my game, blah, blah, bam, right? So you know me, I'm running. So she tell me, man, whatever I need to do, let's do it. So to make a long story short, me and her, we got to it, right? Grandfather passed away. Never removed her out the will. So all the grandkids got the money. They were supposed to get like $12 million apiece.
Oh.
It was like 6 grandkids. They were supposed to get $12 million apiece. The family got to arguing that the grandfather had disowned her. You know what I mean?
She wasn't the rightful owner.
And she wasn't supposed to get
Her estate.
what the rest of these kids was getting, right? So I went and I told her, look, man, you want to fight for that? And she said, yeah. So I get an attorney. We get the attorney involved. The attorney get involved. So he ended up getting them to settle out for 7 instead of the 12. We could have went all the way, but old girl was emotionally drained from the situation, man, because she couldn't understand how her own mother was so money hungry. She had a brother. I mean, she had a sister. She wanted the sister to get what the other sister was supposed to get. So the mom was gonna walk away with about $25 million between both kids, right? And the own mother turned against her. So I'm the only person that didn't turn against her when all the bricks were stacked. So she remembered that. Now, mind you, when we get the phone call that the family had reached an agreement, right? I'm thinking, man, I wasn't gonna never see this chick again. This chick about to walk into $7 million, man. You know what I mean? That's a lot of motherfucking money. So she called me and she was like, hey, they got a mediation. I need to fly down there. We was in St. Louis at the time. I flew her to Arkansas so she can go to the mediation. She called me. She said, hey, we went ahead and agreed. Boom, boom, I signed on it. I'm going to stay here until the check clear because it still got to go through the process. So about 10 days passed where they went through the process, and the attorney for the estate wrote her a cashier's check, right? So I'm thinking, okay, cool. So mind you,
she gone.
In my mind, I'm not even focused on that. I got to go ahead and take off.
Because she gone.
She gone.
That's what you think.
She called my phone, man. I'll never forget it, man. It was one of the best days of my life. She said, hey, do you have a bank account? I'm like, yeah. She was like, well, look, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this check in your bank account, right? And I'm like, nah. So, you know me, I'm coming from a street mindset at the time. Man, I'm 20, I think I was about 22, going on 23. And she told me this. I'm like, nah, hell nah. So I called one of my partners, man, you know what I mean? There's an older nigga that I looked up to that been playing with some M's for years. I say, man, look, man, this is the situation, blah, blah, bam, right? He told me, nigga, that's the best thing in the world to happen to you is for her to put it in your bank.
Immediately.
So fast forward, I say, well, look, I ain't gonna do that. I say, look, why you don't go to the bank and ask them to cash it? Think about it. I'm still young-minded.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking you can go to the bank and grab 3-4 million, max 7 million, like it ain't nothing.
You
right?
gotta make appointments for that.
So she calls me from the bank and tell me that they don't have the money to give her at this moment. And I'm like, damn. So now my mind racing. I'm trying to get 7. I'm thinking I'm finna get 7 tickets, man, right now. So she said, how about this? I'm gonna just come to Houston. I'll meet you in Houston and I'll just bring the check and we just do whatever we gonna do with it. So I called my partner back, the nigga that I'm talking about, and he said, nah, just tell her to go ahead and deposit it. That way when you get here, you can just go in the bank and get what you need. Boom, I tell her the same thing. So she goes and cash the check. And it take 3 to 5 days for a big check like this to clear. So when she got to Houston, she came, we chilled, we went out to eat, man, and she had this heart-to-heart conversation with me, right? Now, mind you, Mike, this gonna send cheers to your body, my nigga. I don't know what she about to talk about. We just sitting there, she telling me, man, you know, everything that's going on, and she said, hey, I feel like my grandfather, I feel like this was God, you know what I mean, telling me that I was going down the wrong path, and I want to go back to school. And I feel like God put me in a position to where I can go back to school, take care of my daughter, you know what I mean? But I also want to take care of you because you was there for me when everybody turned their back, even my own mother. And I'm like, that was my job to do that. I was your man, you know what I mean? You know. So she says, nah, you don't even understand how that did something to me, right? The girl slides me a cashier's check for $4 million.
Oh.
When I tell you, man, I look, now mind you, I know it was 7.
You mad?
No.
Okay.
I ain't mad.
All right.
She gave me more than she kept for herself.
Yeah.
When I seen that, in my mind, I'm 22 going on 23 years old. My nigga, this is a whole different level of money that an average nigga my age would have never even walked into, right? And it had nothing to do with the game. So when niggas sit back and they think that it came from the game, that didn't come from the game. It came from me being a man, man. It came from the heart. That's where it came from. So I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna follow your lead on whatever it is that you choose to do, man. I just want you to know that forever, no matter, still to this day, that's my best friend.
I know that's right.
I ain't got no male. I got one male friend. One. Outside of that,
It's hot.
she married, got 3 more kids after the daughter. The husband is my partner.
Man.
He fuck with me, a white boy. But he look at me like we family. Because I never tried to walk down that path ever again after that. I respected the decision. You changed my life. Why would I ruin yours?
And I can live mine.
I can live mine
and ruin
too.
us.
So she told me, she said, man, I just want you to walk away from that because I feel like you better than that. This is what she telling me, right? You know, I'm young-minded. So in my mind, I'm thinking about, only thing that's playing in my mind is the Jay Princes and the big Southwest Pat and the, you know what I mean, the Bubble Twins. These niggas that I was watching as a young kid is the niggas that's
playing in your head.
All I see is I know these niggas ain't got this.
No.
So now I'm finna turn up, right? That's when I came back. I didn't have $4 million in the trunk. I had $1.5 million in a duffel bag. I still got the picture. I'm gonna give it to you. I got the duffel bag, and when I went to the bank, I told the lady I want all 20s, and I want $1.5 million, all 20s. And the lady looked at me. She said, "Why you want 20s? It'd be smaller for me to give you $100 bill." In my mind, I'm still young-minded.
I want it to look like that dope money.
I want it to look like the shit that I ain't never, you know what I mean, able to experience, my nigga. So I went back, and we wasn't on Bissonnette. Bissonnette wasn't even a thing yet.
Okay.
We was on Airline in 45.
Okay.
And Cross Timbers in 45. So there's a Chevron gas station on Airline.
Exactly where you at.
On air next to the Waterburger. There's there used to be a big hotel here, and then there was the Palace Inn still there. I pull up to the gas station, and I'm in that red F-150. I ain't even went and bought nothing yet. Pull up in the F-150, and damn, you okay?
Oh, Lord, we had an accident the other day that I had. You scared me, love. You okay?
What happened?
You just gotta put something on the bottom of it that'll secure on.
Or she can get in that black one.
Yeah.
The black one look more sturdy.
Or that. You can come in if you need to. You okay? Okay.
All right, so the the nigga that used to clown me, right? He ain't used to clown me. The nigga used to just he was the nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Had something to say every time you came up.
Every time I came around, he had something to say. So when I got out there that day, I pulled up and what's the little nigga name? Dino.
Dino, man.
Sonye.
Come on, Ye, man.
Super Sonye, man. Major love and respect.
Sonye told me this story too.
Sonye, I pulled up. Sonye was out there, a couple more guys. I pulled up, man. And this first nigga I kept asking about was this nigga, right? I said, man, where this nigga at, man? He said, I got something to show him. So the nigga pulled up. He had an all black Suburban, clean as a motherfucker. And you know my mind is clean, right? Cause I'm an Arkansas nigga. So when he pulled up, man, I get in my mode now, man. Yeah, yeah, nigga, I got something to show you, nigga. I've been looking for you, man. Boom. I opened up the motherfucking back door, and I'm parked at the gas pump. I opened up the back door, right? So when he walked up to the thing, I pulled out both bags. Mind you, was all 20s. I threw them on the ground. I said, yeah, nigga, I told you, man, all it was gonna take was some time. That's all it took was some time. Yeah, the difference between me and you, man. Yeah, man, you gonna be here. I'm gonna be there, man. I'm gonna holler at you. And did it in front of everybody. So everybody looking at me crazy than a motherfucker, right? From that point moving forward, man, that's when the story
Start, yeah.
That's when the big story started.
But I'm gonna give you an example.
But that was the honest.
That's an incredible situation, man. And for that to happen to you, and for you to be able to tell it is so important. Let me show you why. Because see how I got it,
right?
And it was almost there. It was a little bit more off. See, when you don't tell your story, it shift off a little bit,
right,
a little bit more,
right?
And then next thing you know, the hoe gonna pull up and she gave it to you on, you know what I mean?
In front of everybody.
Yeah, you feel me? So it's gonna be all the way out, man.
Yeah.
But that, man, what was the first thing you did, man?
First thing I did, man, now mind you, I go to Arkansas. My grandmother had passed away. And it was a funeral that same weekend. That's the reason why when I sit back and I reflect over the story, man, I feel like it was God. I'm a spiritual nigga. For niggas that don't know.
As you should be.
My grandmother, I was raised up with my godparents, right? My mom was a hustler. All my uncles, when it come to the game and all of the stuff that people, know about me and they wonder where they came from. All my uncles, grandfather, this wasn't something that was, I picked it. It was something that was, placed upon me. And my father was a refugee from Cuba. He was working in a chicken plant. He met my mother, and they ended up doing their thing and had me. I was conceived, right? And that's why you see Moss is black, dog.
Right.
They father is black.
And your father Cuban.
My father's Cuban.
Okay.
So, in order for you to get papers in America when you're a refugee, you have to have a sponsor.
Right.
These two people sponsored me. My father, and they raised me. I was at my mom's house, and my grandmother really didn't fool with my dad. She didn't like him for whatever the backstory of that was. She didn't really fuck with him at all. So my grandparents, and these are some real pioneers in the community. My grandfather was a quorum court judge. My godmother, she was just a housewife. And they raised me. So when you sit back and you look at all of that, and she was my mom, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I was fortunate enough to have two mothers, right? And all of that love that was given to me between the two, man, it really molded me to be the father that I am now.
I see.
Both of them, they when I tell you, man, it was like God, my nigga. God felt that I needed both of them. So I got a yin and a yang, right? My godmother was the yin, my mom was the yang, because she come from the streets. You know what I mean? She come from the pimps and the hustlers, you know what I mean, and the hoes, right? But she was God-fearing. My godmom was a church lady. She was the #1 person in the church.
So you got the best of both worlds.
I got the best of both worlds. So she passed away. That situation happened on a Saturday when a girl came down here. Tuesday, she passes away, my godmother. And this was like somebody that was close to me, my nigga. And I left, and the first place I went was back home. After I get the money, I go back home. I chill down there for like a week. We buried her, and all of that was cool. After we buried her, I came back to Houston. And I met my baby mother that weekend that I was there, that week that I was there for the funeral. It was during the fair.
Is she from there? She's from Arkansas?
She's from my hometown. So the same weekend the fair was going on. So I went to the fair, I run into my baby mama. Her and my sister went to school together. So boom. Me and her, we introduced ourselves, boom, boom, boom. She hang out with me for the whole week. She tell me, I want to go with you. Let's go. We get to Houston, man. I bullshit you not, my nigga. It was her and this chick named Brianna. And I give both of them they flowers, man, because to be honest with you, Mike, without both of them, it would have never been no Lace, no Young Lace, no none of that.
The legacy we know.
The legacy came from both of them, man.
Wow.
So when we get to Houston, I go to it's Post Oak Motor Cars now. But it used to be a different dealership.
On the corner right there.
On the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. Pimp C bought both Bentleys from there. So I go in, I tell him I wanted to buy a Bentley coupe for my baby mama. Mind you, she ain't my baby mama yet. This just my main chick. I buy the Bentley GT. Now mind you, they just come out. I buy her the GT. So mind you, I ain't really bought myself nothing. I bought me a big ass chain. Went and got me some big earrings.
The duffel bag chain was that
no,
one of the first ones?
This is before that.
Okay.
So before that, I had a big ass Arkansas with a YL in the middle of it. That was my first piece. And Manish, Sammy brother. Remember Sammy and Manish?
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
They made this first piece for me. So that was the first thing I bought was a chain. Cause mind you,
my mind can't think.
I'm thinking about this big Gorilla Records piece.
The spinners they had.
You know what I'm saying?
Had one, D. Lee had one, Pat had
you know
one.
it. So you know, you was there.
Shit, you know it.
You was
Come
there.
on now.
So you know where my mind went. So I didn't give a damn about no car. I needed to go get these diamonds right.
I gotta show up on these niggas,
Man, I had the big old chain. Man, I had the big old, what's the name of them chains they don't break.
Byzantines.
Not the Byzantine, the other one.
Not the Francos.
The Franco.
Yeah.
So I had the big Franco. I'm gonna send you all these pictures because you gotta
to.
have it for the store. So I had the big Franco with the big Arkansas with the YL, and I went and bought her the Bentley GT, right?
Ooh.
So watch this shit. Mike Jones was just now getting bumping, right? I go to Surf Shack.
Man, wasn't that Jason shit back then?
On
No, I
Richmond.
think he had another one, Hurricane Hut or something. I think he had a hut by
This one was on Richmond.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, though.
I go in the Surf Shack, and Mike Jones pull up. Big old Phantom. I said, man, who this nigga is? Oh, that's Mike Jones. Bam, bam. I'm like, oh, okay then. I'm looking at this big ass car. This little ass nigga coming out this big ass car, right? So I go back to that same dealership. They asked me what my credit looked like. I said, I don't need no credit.
The credit ain't gonna do right here.
I got a bag of money though, right? So boom, old girl, the Asian, her credit straight, bag straight. I called. I said, hey, these people, man, they ain't trying to accept no cash from me. I'm trying to cash this car out. She said, boom, boom. I said, can you come down here? I'm trying to buy this Phantom. She came, she flew in. We go to the dealership. We buy the Phantom.
Ooh.
Same night, Mike Jones had a birthday party, and he did a pool party with Scarface performing in Siena.
Okay.
You don't remember this?
I'm talking about this is sounding because I stayed in Siena Plantation.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was in Siena, and he had one. It was
Yes, sir.
on West Point Drive.
Yes, sir.
He had the house down in the curb. I found out he had a private party, pool party. He gonna have Scarface perform at BAM. So they give me the invite. Mind you, I just ran into this nigga. Back then, Asante's was jumping.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and put me some 26-inch Asante's on the Phantom, right? Boom. I said, man, I'm going to this Mike Jones party tonight. It's an all-white party. I'm going over here. I'm finna go fuck these niggas up. This is my mind.
It was great, right?
It was great.
Yeah.
And her GT was great.
Ooh.
Her GT was great. So we both pulled up, man. I had my partner, Money Making Mitch, man, Braeswood, man.
Yes,
Rest
indeed.
in peace, man.
R.I.P., man.
Mitch driving the Phantom. I'm in the passenger seat. We pull up at Mike Jones' house, man. That was the first thing outside of my big ass Arkansas piece that I bought, man, was that Phantom, man.
So you got your niggaism out.
I got the bullshit out the way,
man. That nigga shit out. Once you get the niggaism out, you start thinking better and clearer. Diamonds and cars, especially the Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot.
Can't even fit in the parking spot,
Yes.
man. That record wasn't out yet.
We remember
But you
that.
know what I mean?
We remember that big old Bentley there, that Phantom thing, man.
Man, that's where it came from, man. It came from in 2007. That's when I got it. And man, that was the first thing I purchased, my nigga. That was the first thing I purchased.
What was some lows that money brought you, man? I know it didn't bring all joys, man, because here come the bullshit now, right?
I'm gonna give you two situations, man, when I think of lows, right? Mind you, I was on federal supervised release at the time because I just got out the feds.
We'll go there, and yeah.
So I'm thinking I got money, man, so I can move how I want to move. I'm flying places, I'm going places, but I'm supposed to be getting permission to go anywhere. I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I'm flying, nigga. I'm going to the motherfucking fights. I'm in New York City. I'm doing all type of shit, but I ain't getting permission to do it. So my PO found out that I was moving around. So one of the first lows, mind you, my baby mother just had my son. He was about 3 months old. They kicked the door in. I got a big old mansion out in Greatwood. 9,000 square foot. You know what I mean? Man, nigga, I come from Arkansas, Mike. Mike D. I was in a cell outside of leaving Arkansas. I was in a Motel 6. When I was in the game, I used to go from motel to motel.
Mm-hmm.
So everywhere I travel to, I'm in these different motels, not hotels.
You learn now what a hotel is.
Now I know what a hotel is. But back then, I'm in Motel 6, Extended Stay America, Studio 6, and all this bullshit, right?
Trap Central.
Trap Central, man. And I'm moving. I'm doing my thing, my nigga, and they kick my door in. I got my baby, he laying in the bed with me. I hear the motherfuckers when they kick the door in. U.S. Marshals, U.S. Marshal. My instant reaction was to run. I grab the baby, I run. Right? They catch me down the road with the baby. Boom. That was a violation of my supervised release, right? And this is one of the coldest things that ever happened to me, my nigga, because I didn't know. The violation I knew. I knew I could get violated for traveling out the district. But they come and arrest me for a whole new law, and we'll get to that. They arrested me. They said, you got a violation warrant for the supervised release, but you also got a new warrant.
Ooh.
For what? They tell me you're supposed to be living in Arkansas, but you're living in Texas. That's a federal crime. This December 6, 2007, the same day Pimp C died.
Yeah.
The law passed, Mike, November 5th, 2007. Exactly 30 days after it was enacted in the Congress, they kicked my door in and arrested me for this and violation of my supervised release. I go in front of the judge, and I had the most complex judge in the Southern District of Texas. He still today is one of the most conflict judge. They give him the most conflictive cases. That's the only cases he accepts. And they gave him mine. I hired Kent Schaefer. We go in.
It's bad, man.
Watch this though. The best lawyer I've ever met, bro, outside of Letitia Quiones. Them two. But Kent was the first lawyer I ever had represent me in Texas. And I hired him. And you know how I found his name? By accident. Steve used to talk to me in my cell about a Schaefer. Yeah, Schaefer gonna get me out.
Randy and Kent, right?
I'm finna fuck you up, boy. Hey,
Let
boy,
me shut up,
man. You just hit the nail, boy. So Steve used to talk to me about Schaefer.
Yes.
So my mind only wrapped around Schaefer. Schaefer finna get me out of here. He ain't never say Randy or Kent. Randy walked Steve out of 25 years on appeal.
Sure did.
Steve did 5 years and came home free. Yeah. So when I went in on that, first person I thought about was this Schaefer boy who got Steve out of the situation. First name pops up is Kent. Cause Randy not the loud
he the little brother.
He ain't he the older one.
He the older brother. Okay.
He not the Hollywood one. He not the loud one.
Yeah, he low key.
He low key, but the guy. But he's a more appealing. He appealing lawyer. First name pops up is Kent Schaefer. I hired a nigga. He not coming to visit me. He charged me crazy amount of money for this. And it was a bullshit case. But his name carried weight. So I paid it. I'm over there in the FDC stressing out. He ain't coming to see me. I got a 3-month-old baby. You know what I mean? I got millions of dollars, man. I got all this shit outside. I'm in here showing niggas pictures of Rolls Royces. They playing in my head.
Right.
I'm listening to this shit. So I'm stressed out. So at this point, I'm like, man, I'm finna hire me another lawyer. I hire Mike DeGuerin.
Damn.
Worst mistake I ever made in my life, though.
Yeah.
I hired Mike.
You went OJ on him.
I had a team, but the team was what fucked me.
They know you playing with some money now.
I get in front of the judge. I take a plea agreement where they gonna give me 12 months. I've been in 8. I'm finna walk. I'm gonna go to the halfway house next month. By the time I make it to wherever I'm going, they gonna kick me on out to the halfway house. We get in front of the judge, man. The judge say, hey, Mike, what are you doing here? I see the shift in energy. Everybody is in agreement. The prosecutor said, man, the guy didn't know, you know what I mean? You know, even though, you know, it's the law, but we not trying to throw the book at him. Mike, what are you doing here? He more fixated on why Mike DeGuerin. I didn't know that him and Mike had a case right before mine where they got into a yelling match in the courtroom. Right? I took a plea agreement for 12 months, 2 years supervised release. You know what the judge gave me? He said, ask the prosecutor, what is your recommendation? Well, Your Honor, he didn't do anything. He didn't break no new laws, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? He violated his supervised release, but, you know, he corrected the situation before it was, you know, became an investigation, whatever. He said, okay, then what's your recommendation? He said, well, I recommend to stick into the guidelines of 12 months, 2 years supervised release. Defense, are y'all in agreement with this? Yes. Okay, then I'm going to note that on the record that, you know, I got both recommendations. Everybody's in agreement. Mr. Diaz, are you in agreement to both parties with the attorney? Yes, sir, yeah. He said, okay, then I'm going to note that on the record. He said, well, given the circumstances around your initial conviction, I'm going to depart upward on the guideline and sentence you to 18 months in prison, life
on parole,
on supervised release. I look up at him, I'm like, huh? For what? What did I do? This is my mind, nigga. I'm my Lord. So Ken Schaefer say, I got it. I got it. Calm down. Boom. I'm my mind all over the place. We get back in the back. Mike and Kent come back there. We sitting in the little thing. I said, what the fuck just happened? Kent say, I'll let Mike tell you. At that moment, my nigga, was the lowest moment of my life, and I'm gonna tell you why it was the lowest moment. I got a newborn kid, man. I only been down 8 months. Now I gotta go. I'm gonna miss this nigga first steps. I'm gonna miss his first birthday. I'm gonna miss all this. So all my mind is focusing on is trying to get back to my son. And they sent me to the penitentiary for 18 months. But I left home from an FCI, from a medium.
Right.
They sent me to USP Terry Hut. Not only did they send me to USP Terry Hut, I got a prior case for having a minor involved in my case, regardless if I was 14 years old or not.
Yeah.
So y'all sending me up here with a death certificate.
That part.
By God's grace, the fact that I went to trial, that's what saved my life in Terry Hut, man.
Because you was able to show everything.
I was able to show my paperwork.
They just had a bad jacket on you.
They just had a bad jacket on me. So I get out, and when I get out, I'm thinking that everybody was gonna embrace a nigga when I got to Houston. So I met this nigga named Lil C from TMI, South Park. I hit him. We was at a club, High Rollers. And we all in there kicking it, man. Me, him, he had a cousin named Troy.
It's 08?
08.
08. I had just left.
June of 08.
I had just left, but go ahead. Yeah.
We all in the club, we popping it. Jolly, Big Jolly just got drafted to Green Bay. You know what I mean? We nigga, we out every night. So we got tired of going in High Rollers every weekend. And me and Troy was like, nigga, let's go open up our own club. We go open up Players Club. Me and Troy. That's when all the bullshit started. Because now I'm open
to the world.
To the world. They coming to my club, they coming over there, they, you know what I mean? It's with all the bullshit. We're gonna get to that. All the bullshit. So my lowest moments happened when I opened that club and when I went to the feds. When I opened that club was one of the, I feel like it was the biggest mistake I made. I should have stayed quiet and been a myth. But when I opened that club, a nigga went in my house and robbed me. That's when I realized that I was playing on another playing field and I needed to do things a little bit different. So that was the answer to you. That was the story behind the question.
Man, and that's the craziest thing, because some people don't even make it through those type of situations because you're not knowing how to deal with this newfound wealth. You're not knowing how to maneuver. Like, you popping it, but somebody else, they ready to die and kill for it.
Man.
You got it from the heart. So, man, I can only imagine, man, like, oh, my God, sweetheart, yeah.
Hey, yo.
Man, when I tell you, man, that just took my heart out, because I know what it's like to maneuver into new territories with that money, man. It get ugly, man. Family, how did they turn on you, man? I not say turned on you, but how did they react to this new thing going on?
Hey, to be honest with you though, Mike, the reason why I lasted the longest, man, because of my family, my nigga. When I first walked into the money, I moved my whole family in. My brother, my mother, my sister, my other brother. I got 3 siblings. I got 2 brothers and 1 sister. My sister, she had 2 kids. My brother had 2 kids. And my oldest brother, which is the one that y'all most familiar with, Mouse, he had 1 kid. And they all moved here, bro. And I had balance. I had structure. I had my family here. You know what I mean? And me having that money, my nigga, put a target
on your head,
on my head, my family, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of shit that came with it, you know what I mean, that now that I look back over my actions, man, back then when I got the money, I never had bad situations happen from family. It was like, nigga, the money brought us together.
That's beautiful. See, when you look at Finesse 2 times and people like that, how it's do with they type of families, that hurt my heart, because I know you get the money to do what you saying, pull everybody together. But sometimes it worked the direct opposite.
It worked the opposite.
I tell people, if you want to see a real problem between friends or family, you get a check.
And you know the cold part, when you bring up the Finesse situation, I've met dude one time. energy, not my energy. But that's not to say that he a bad nigga. Just we all gravitate toward a certain type of energy. I don't give a damn what me and my mama got going on, or
Amen.
me and my brother got going on. That's my mama. That's my brother. My mama can't never be wrong. My brother, we gonna go through the good, the bad, the rights, the wrong, the ugly, but he's still my brother. Ain't nothing you can do to me that's gonna turn me against you unless you harm my child or you send me to the penitentiary. Them the only two things that you can do to me that's gonna make me turn my back on you. So when I see that, I don't think that was a money situation, man. I think that was more of a character situation, man. In my, in my
Nah, that's
opinion.
real. It's a definite character flaw, and I think that's why he went through immediate. We ain't making this about him, but immediate karma with his woman.
God.
You feel what I'm saying? He said, "Oh,
Karma.
you love you." So you won't do right by your family. Let me take what you do love away from you and make you cry in front of the world. But if you don't sit back, pray, and you're not a spiritual guy, you miss it.
You miss that blessing. You miss that teaching.
There you go.
You miss that teaching, man, because you're not in tune, man, with what's going
Spiritual
on.
your spirit ain't aligned.
Not to get off subject.
Yeah, but that's a good example for a lot of people to understand though, because he got one more thing that play on that is what people do, trying to help every damn body. And you wonder why it just don't work. No matter what you do for this person, they back again.
They back again.
Because everybody know a nigga with money hate his phone, he hate his life, he hate everything, because all they doing is calling you about this money all day.
You know why my
long.
mama? You know the reason why me and my mom relationship is that's like my twin.
I love y'all relationship.
I'm gonna tell you why our relationship how it is though. My mom never asked me for nothing. I can go to her and ask her for anything. If it's a last dime, she'll give it to me. But the reason why our relationship is like this is because the relationship she had with my siblings and the relationship she had with me growing up was different. Because her and my father never had a relationship. That was a one night stand situation, man, and I was brought about. So my mom had to put more love into me because everybody else didn't understand where I came from. So my mom, she had to show me that extra love, man, because nobody understood it. She had to reassure me, nigga, I love you.
Why he bright? Why he this? Why he short?
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you know where I'm going with it. So me and mom, when I got in the game, I was making a lot of bad choices in the game when it come to women. And my mom had to draw me in and say, nigga, if you gonna live this life, you need to live it right. So what that supposed to mean? You doing that all wrong. You over here, you fucking this one and you doing this with that one and you lying to this one and you. She say, man, that ain't the game.
Yeah.
The truth is the game. You doing a bunch of lying. When she told me that and she told me to start being truthful in everything I do, that's when my life changed. So fast forward, when I walked into the money, the reason why me and my mom relationship is the way it is, it wouldn't be no lace without my mom. She gave me all the game in the world. She told me when I was right. She told me when I was wrong. You know what I mean? When the chicks came to her with the complaints, you know what I mean? She always never picked a side. And I was her son. She was able to come to me. She was able to mentor her, come to me and say, hey, son.
You better straighten up or you lose this one.
You better straighten your ass up. So when the money came.
Your pen is in.
Yeah, man, come on, my nigga. You already know it. So Mom Dukes came in, man, and I got to give her flowers, man, because Mom, man, when I tell you my mama game tight, I don't think I ever met a woman with much game as my mama, my nigga. And my mama going into her 70s.
I love y'all relationship.
But she still look beautiful, black.
Yes, she
and
do,
young,
right? Black
man.
don't crack, do
Come
it,
on,
man.
my
She
nigga.
is gorgeous,
Because
man.
she never allowed nothing to stress her out. And that's what she taught all of us. Ain't nothing in this world, man, worth your stress. Don't stress about nothing. Whatever it is, find a way around it. Don't stress about it, man.
I love the way you take care of her, man. Like it just that bring, you know, chills through my body because me and my mom relationship was like that before she passed. She would tell him, say, look, when you got with him, I told you, he a daddy's son.
Right.
But that's my son.
That's my son.
You can't tell me a goddamn thing about him.
At all.
But I'm gonna tell you what to do. Stay down.
Believe that, man.
You know what I mean?
That's why the money never separated the family, man. And then, you know, I got a family full of hustlers too, though. So everybody wasn't.
What was that like coming up? Because your uncles and everybody I see, did they see it in you early too?
No, and it's a hurtful. It's an emotional situation, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. My uncle didn't really fuck with me. You know what I mean? It really bring a nigga to tears just
thinking about it.
You know, going back over the hardship, you know what I mean, that a nigga had to go through, man. My uncle did not like my daddy. So my daddy did 21 years in the penitentiary for dope. So he wasn't around. So every hate from my family that they had for my pops was on me. So my uncle called me everything but a child of God. I was a sucker, you know, I was a trick baby, I was this, I was that, and I didn't understand why this nigga hated me so much. And that was my grandmother's pride and joy. So whatever he disliked, she disliked. You know what I mean? So when my grandma, she used to drink, man. She was the sweetest person in the world before she got drunk. And when she got drunk, she turned nasty work, man. And she used to talk to you, stupid ass Cuban. Go over there with your funky ass godparents. You know what I mean? Shit like that, right? And my uncle, when he would walk in the house, 4, 5 white women, man, full length minks to the floor. You know what I mean? Big Cadillac. I seen the sunshine every time he walked in the house, man. Everybody, my mom, everybody liked. They praising the ground this nigga walked on, man. And I'm wondering, damn, how can I get that love that this nigga getting? So he never embraced me. When he took my brother on a ride with him and let him drive the Cadillac and let him ride passenger seat, I wasn't a part of that ride. The sucker gotta stay at home. The trick baby gotta stay at home. Right? All right. So I didn't understand it then. So he mentored a nigga that was about 17, 18 years old. And I started looking up to him because he was more in my age bracket.
Right.
My uncle took him under his wing, him and his best friend. And he mentored them and he took them cross country with him. He taught them the game. So growing up, I didn't get that good part. You know how the hustlers take care of them? All the dope boys love me. You know why they love me? My daddy was the biggest. He was that nigga. So all the dope boys, the Cubans, the Big D boy, hey man, that's Lil Carlos. So I had that protection over me and throughout my neighborhood and throughout my hometown because of the legacy that my father had created.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I had the pimp game over here with mom's family, and I had the D-boy shit from pops, right? But I had more love and respect outside of the home from all the dope boy side of the family. So I didn't really get groomed from the family. You know what I'm saying? When they came into the game. When I got in the game, they realized that I was the chosen one.
Now listen.
So my motivation came
y'all hate me.
From my uncle hating me so much. I said, nigga, I'm gonna fuck over your legacy. That was my motivation, was to
be better.
Be better than you.
I can understand.
That was my motivation. That was,
but God teach lessons so many different ways, though.
Right.
You now older you damn near can walk up and understand all of that for what it is. But younger you couldn't understand it, but you needed that motivation to be who you are. It's like that dad who is hard on one of the other sons.
Right.
This one Junior get everything. But Trey over there,
throw him under the bus.
But Trey become that one.
He come that one, the chosen one.
Yeah, Junior become a smoker.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's how God. That's how
it go.
And fast
he was preparing
forward,
you.
When I look at my family now, right? All my siblings, man, we all great at what we do. whatever we choose to do, we all got our greatness, right? The look I see in my mama eyes now is the same look I used to see in my mama eyes when my uncle walked in the room, man. So, you know, and that, up on his passing though, man, my uncle, man, great. When I tell you one of the greatest pimps ever lived, man, Pappy, man, was the one. You know what I mean? I didn't understand it because all I seen was the hate that he had towards me. But as I got older, we got close.
How long ago did he pass now?
He passed away in 2018.
2018. I think I seen you make a post about that.
Was on all purple.
Yeah.
Was in purple. Yeah, he died of sickle cell, man. He was the longest lasting patient for sickle cell. They said he wouldn't live past 16, man. He died in his 50s, man. You
Come
know
on,
what I mean?
man.
Yeah, but when I tell you, man, he was one of the greats, man.
He's one of the coldest to do it,
When
man.
you bring his name up, man, with any vet, they gonna tell you that little motherfucker, man, was that guy, man. You know what I mean? And that was something that I was able to witness. I was able to witness that guy that they talk about. I was able to witness it, man, firsthand. And those qualities and my grandfather's qualities, when it come to the game, it flowed over into me. So I gotta give him his flowers, regardless of, you know what I mean, whatever happened when I was a kid. When I became equivalent to him,
right,
and walked in his lane, he had to embrace it.
That's what I was going to say. Did he see it? He got a chance to witness it.
Oh man,
what was that feeling like?
We got on the track together.
Oh man,
you know what I mean? We got on the track together, man. He came down in a van, my nigga. He used to always like them
custom vans,
the big vans.
Right.
He came down. We was by this time Bissonnette was jumping. He came down and he was able to witness the love that I had created in Houston. And that nigga, now when he go back home, that's my nephew. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you was gonna be. I knew you was gonna do that. Hey, that's what they do. I swear they hate you until they congratulate you, man. That's just how it go. They hate you until they congratulate you.
And he had to, man. And when he passed away, man, up on his passing, me and that nigga got real tight, man. You know what I mean? And that was God, my nigga, because he's, you know, I'm never a grudgeful nigga. I don't hold grudges against nobody, man. You know what I mean? And my uncle, man, you know what I mean? It really wasn't him. It's whatever my daddy did. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, he's still my uncle, man. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be no lace without my uncle, man. You know what I mean? They embraced me. All the veterans, Kenny Red, you know what I mean? Ronnie Slim, Candyman, you know what I mean? All these niggas embraced me, man, because of him.
How you feel about the ism now versus back then, man? Are they? Can we tell these youngsters? Do we need to take a break first, Fab? Or we good? Okay, all right, we're good. Okay, we'll after this one we'll take a break. Look, so I was reading something. Well, I wasn't reading it. I was looking at it, and I say now, because you know you many years retired now, but that now these kids, man, they can get a life sentence for some of this shit, man.
Hey man, I'm gonna give you something, dog, and that's a
we know one.
That's a touchy subject. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you, I was 14 when I came in the game, Mike.
Let's go there.
I was 14 years old, and as I said, I was trying to fit in. I was trying to make my uncle love me, make my grandma love me. So the only thing that I knew that they loved was the game. So I wanted to walk in that light. I had a nigga, man, that I grew up under, man. He was a little bit older than me, and he knew I wanted to be like him. He knew that I admired him. You know what I mean? And he knew that I would do anything in the world to follow that path. So I ended up, I was in a disciplinary school because I had got suspended from school, and I met a chick, man. I was 14, she was 16. There was another chick, she was 17. And we was all in this disciplinary school. And me not knowing, the girl, the 16-year-old, she was in communication with the nigga that I'm talking about that I look up to. And she come at me, she said, hey, I'm finna go to Houston, my homegirl down there, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shit, I wanna go too. So she said, my sister, she gonna drive us. Mind you, her sister 18, 19 years old. And I'm like, shit, I'm going too. So we all run away from home. Me, the 16-year-old, the 17-year-old. Old girl's sister, the 18-year-old, had the car. We all drive. We come to Houston. We get to Houston, and I wake up. Remember the Red Roof Inn?
Mm-hmm.
I mean the Road Runner.
Road Runner, the Red Roof.
It burnt down.
Yeah.
The firefighters died in it. Okay, on 59 and Hillcroft.
Yeah.
We get to the hotel. The girl that drove us there, she was the only one of age. You know what I mean? That could get the hotel room. She get us the room. We all going to we tired. We just drove 8 hours through the night. We go to sleep. Wake up. Oh girl, the 16-year-old, she gone. She done disappeared. I'm like, what the fuck? We trying to find her. We calling around. Nobody know where she at. Fast forward, Mike. 2 years later, I go back home. Me and the 18-year-old and the 17-year-old, we all drive back to Arkansas. I still want to be the pimp. So the girl that was 17, we decided to go back. So me and her get on a Greyhound bus. We come back to Houston. So me and her, we get into it. She ended up bringing her best friend.
You 14?
I'm 14.
Okay.
So the 16-year-old is the girl I'm talking about.
No, yeah, she gone now. Right.
The 17-year-old, me and her decided to go back.
Mm-hmm.
So for about 8 months, I was staying at, remember Father Amco?
Yes, indeed.
Remember he had his daughter, she was a
Yeah.
spearhead, right? She hooked us up. They owned that hotel, the Days Inn, right there off of 59 and Hillcroft, right across the freeway from Cornbread.
When they say all them hotels right there.
She get us plugged in. They had a presidential suite, what they called it.
Mm-hmm.
So they give me the presidential suite. I'm paying it up 7 days at a time. And me and old girl, her best friend ended up coming. And then there's this tall chick, black girl from Arkansas. She was from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
But we all grew up together. I'm the youngest out of these motherfuckers, man. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
And we all just having fun, man. It was a situation where all of us was getting money. We was having fun, man. We was shopping. You know what I'm saying? Everything was sweet. A nigga, 34 years old, he knocked me for the 17-year-old girl. He takes her from Houston to Las Vegas, put on a track in Vegas. They arrest her. When they arrest her, they asked her how did she meet
Him.
whoever she with that brought her to Vegas. She said, oh, this dude named Carlos. Lace ain't even involved yet.
God.
They say, Carlos. She said, yeah, dude I went to school with, blah, 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 right? So they set dude up, made him come to break on her, and when he got there,
Locked him up.
the feds get him, right? For bringing her from Texas to Las Vegas. They asked him where he met her at. Oh, I met her from this dude, man. Some little young kid out of Arkansas, blah, 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 right? So he get down on me. This finna fuck you up, man. And the reason why this subject is so sensitive is because the way that happened to me then, and I see what's happening to these young niggas now,
Still going.
it's a
on.
it's a
Revolving
change
door.
and it's a chain reaction, right? So they come and they grab. So I bought this is in '99. So the DTS Cadillac just come out, and my partner was telling me, the nigga that I look up to, he telling me, he said, Lace, man, you seen them new Cadillacs that come out?
The DTS.
The DTS. I was like, yeah, man, I like them motherfuckers. Mind you, I had a 91 Fleetwood Brougham, right? 14, 15 years old. And, that was what I see niggas in Houston with the gray pieces on the side, all
Come
that.
on,
So
man.
that was the first thing I choose to go and buy. And he tell me, man, you got to get out that old-ass Cadillac, man. You got to get this new thing, right? So it was a nigga at David Taylor Cadillac on 59. We went in. He was a good nigga, man, and I'll never forget him. I gave the nigga $5,000, man. He put me in the DTS, right? Mind you, I don't know the feds looking for me. So, old girl, the black chick, remember I told you it was a tall chick from Oklahoma. She was 18. She goes in, she got the driver's license and shit, right? She goes in, she don't want to sign all the paperwork, give me the Cadillac. And we get the car, and my homeboy, the nigga I told you I looked up to, the one of my uncle mentored, he was like, man, I'm going to Arkansas. They got the grand opening of this club called Twister. I'm ready to go shine. Got this brand new DTS Cadillac, you know what I mean? Just bought my first mink coat.
And to pull up.
I'm ready to go home. So I went over there. What's the Asian boy name, man? He used to be over there off Braeswood to do the music and all the shit he used to do.
Choir.
Huh?
Choir. You talking about choir?
That's his name?
Yeah, that do everybody's shit.
Yeah. What happened to the seat?
Man, that shit, man, that too much battle out.
That chair.
And battle out. And chair and that battle out.
Baby, you all right? You gotta use that solid chair that says Blackwood on it.
Yeah. Oh, there's one right up over here by Kinfolk. Yeah.
That black one?
Yeah, that black, that whole black bench right there.
So, what was that?
Nah, we talking about the DTS.
Okay,
you finna
yeah,
pull
yeah,
up
yeah.
on them boys.
So
at
the
club.
homie talked me
Yeah.
into coming to Arkansas, right? I'm like, all right, my nigga. So boom, I went up in the Giorgio's, man. They got me some Maris.
Say Giorgio.
I bought me some Maris, some teal blue Maris, man. I never forget it, man. I had the white mink. You know what I mean? I bought me a teal blue and gray Coogee sweater with the beanie to match.
Right.
And we got on, this is in November. This is in November 99. November 99. I just turned 16. Now I'm on. I'm having it my way now, Mike, right? And I'm just not getting my feet wet. We get down there. We get a phone call that the U.S. Marshals was looking for me. They were on the track. They going through all these places. They looking for this nigga with long hair named Carlos.
And you don't know for what.
For what? I still clueless as to what the fuck going on. We go in the club in Arkansas. The U.S. Marshals raid the motherfucker. Somehow somebody done snitched on me and told the feds that I was at the club in Arkansas. They come in there, they arrest me, and they tell me that I got a federal warrant for my arrest out of Texas. I'm clueless. It was still a why. You know what I mean? Cause mind you, old girl just disappeared. She woke up, nigga. I thought she went back to Arkansas. She got cold feet or something. Whole time, the nigga I told you I looked up to,
He done knocked her.
that was the whole reason of going in the first place.
For him to get up under you to knock the hoe.
That was the whole move.
Well, I don't be understand. Well, but that's the game too, though.
That's so I didn't understand it at that time, right? So when the feds get me, they bring me to Texas. They extradite me to Texas, and they held me over at West Dallas Juvenile Detention Center.
Okay.
Because I was a federal inmate, but by me being a juvenile, I couldn't be held at the Federal Detention Center, which had just opened. This is late '99, going into 2000. So I'm sitting over there, and babe. 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 Here, I'm gonna give you my key so you can talk to him in the truck. You got my key? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cause the mic picking you up.
Yeah, it's super sensitive. Yeah.
So, they extradite me to Texas. When I get to Texas, they finally give me the formal reading of my. It wasn't an indictment because I was a juvenile, so it was called an information. So when they read the information, they don't put your name in the paperwork because there's two juveniles involved. So we had Jane Doe number 1, John Doe, which was me. John Doe transported Jane Doe on July 7, 1998 across state lines with the purposes to engage in prostitution. As soon as I seen the date, I'm automatically knowing who they talking about.
This the girl that ran away.
So when the FBI come over there, they say, we don't want you. So who the fuck y'all want? They say, this who we want. They show me a picture. I said, I don't even know who that is. My instincts kicked in. I don't know who that is. They say, you don't know who that is? It was a lady. And she said, so you gonna sit here and lie? I'm like, man, I don't know who that is. How you gonna tell me I'm lying? I don't know who that is. You can't make me know who this is. So she say, when this whole story unfolds to you, you're gonna change your mind, and I hope it ain't too late. Right? So I go back to West Dallas. So for about 6 months they come over there. I'm going through the roots of things. And she come back for this last time, man. And she says, if you don't tell us what we want to know, I'm going to give you 10 years.
Certify your ass.
And I said, what do you mean you going to give me 10 years? I'm a juvenile, blah, blah, blah. She older than me. Whoop, 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 whoop. She said, oh, that's what you think, huh? Look me straight in my face and say this. She say, read this. It's a statement from a girl. And the statement said that I was always a decoy. Nigga lured me to get her and drive her to Texas for him.
What?
When I asked him about her, had he seen her, had he heard from her, he told me no. 2 years later, I found out the whole 2 years she was with this nigga.
And he been stuffing.
The whole time.
Was it him on that paper? Oh, you can't say.
On the paperwork that she gave
people,
me,
yeah.
it was her telling on him, but she never knew his real name.
So she just knew your name.
I know his name.
Ah.
So they steady trying to get me to corroborate what old boy from Vegas, what she said. They need me to put him in this mix.
Cause he's an adult, you not.
He 24.
Aye.
At the time, I'm 14 when this all happened.
Right.
I tell him, nah, man. So watch this shit. The coldest shit in the world happened to me, Mike. My lawyer called me. Come get me out of the juvenile. Got the U.S. attorney, special agent, and my lawyer standing over my shoulder. They say, the reason why we here today is because today is going to change the trajectory of where this case is going to go. Either you can cooperate or we're going to certify you as an adult.
Yeah. Happened to me.
I told them folks, I say, listen, y'all going to have to do what y'all got to do. Mind you, I have been talking to my mom this whole time. My mom look at dude like her nephew. Mm-hmm. And I look at this nigga like this is a nigga I looked up to. And me being young, regardless of how in my mind I feel that he did me wrong, I still love this nigga.
I can't do him.
I can't do him. Ooh. So I told the folks, man, y'all can take me back to the dorm. They sent me back to the dorm, right? They didn't certify me. My godfather, Mike, he didn't have legal custody of me. My mom gave him a power of attorney to watch over me and enroll me in school. They knew that my mom was gang tight because my uncle went to the jail for the same shit before. So they knew they couldn't call mom. They called my godfather and say, hey.
We got him.
They say, the lawyer says, I think I can get him out if you sign this waiver to waive his juvenile transfer hearing. So, in order to be in federal court,
yes, they got to transfer you.
You have to have a hearing, and the hearing is to determine whether or not you've had psychological evaluation.
Yeah.
See if this is what priors that you have, to see if this is in the best interest of justice.
To certify you.
He signs the paper, waive my juvenile rights, man. And they come over there and they took me. I'll never forget it. They took me. My boy Schmitty, man, U.S. Marshal, man. I love that boy to death, man. You know what I mean? He nigga gave me McDonald's cheeseburgers, man. He seen what they were trying to do to me. It was a U.S. Marshal named Schmitty, man. He used to play for Indianapolis Colts. He was the marshal that was in charge of transporting me from the juvenile to court. Make a long story short, I go into court. They arraigning me in adult court. So now I'm no longer a kid. I'm 16 years old. I'm certified as an adult on an illegal waiver that shouldn't have never been signed by somebody who had no authority to do so, right? They transferred me from West Dallas the same day. to Harris County. Mind you, I can't go to FDC yet. They put me in Harris County. Guess who my cellmate is?
Who?
Pimp C.
Wow.
Carrie Burnett. Fuck me up, man.
Come on, man.
You know, Pimp had a gun case, a probation
Right, yeah, I
violation.
remember, yes.
Smitty was going to the, Michael Burnett was going to the feds for a gun case. They put us all in, because we was all in a Fed tank.
Gotcha, yeah, because they just had the feds on their, was it
Seven-
7th
we was
floor?
on the 7th floor.
Yeah, I was on the 7th
So,
floor. Blunt was up there too, and I think he had probably left by the time you got there, because that was 99, I want to say.
No, I made it over there in 01.
Oh, okay, so
I
this
made it
after.
to the county in 01.
Gotcha, okay.
So Pimp over there on his violation, he was a high risk inmate because he was a celebrity. So him, South Park Mexican, they put all of us in this high risk tank, which was fed and high risk niggas,
Wow.
celebrities. So I get in there, I'm certified as an adult. I don't know what's finna happen. All I'm knowing is they finna take me to trial. I go to trial, Mike. And when I get to trial, and this is what saved my life though. The fact that I was a nigga, it was a lot of niggas telling in their cases. A lot of niggas snitching. And by me being such a young nigga, willing to go all the way with these people, that's what saved my life when I got down to the penitentiary. So when I go to trial, the nigga 34 years old, Diamond, it was his name, the nigga testified on me.
Diamond?
That's the nigga name, Diamond from Minnesota. The girl testified on me. The girl from when I was 14.
Mm-hmm.
When she get on the stand, my lawyer ate her ass up. She was a meth head. She had been in and out of trouble. I ain't never been in trouble a day in my life. I come from my godparents. My godfather was a quorum court judge.
Mm-hmm.
They testified on my behalf.
I come from good people. Let me tell it.
And they looking at it like, so the jury seen all of this. My godmother testified. My godfather testified. The principal from my high school, from the junior high school, because I never made it to high school. Damn. All of them testified on my character. They knew that I chose to go down the wrong path, but that didn't make me to be a bad guy, right? So these people talking, they trying, man, we'll mentor him, y'all let him have another chance, all this. Oh boy, come in there and lie, my nigga. They gave me 2 counts of transportation of a minor for purposes of prostitution, and 2 counts of enticement and coercion to travel across state lines for purposes of prostitution. When the girl got on the stand, they asked her 3 different times, did I entice or coerce her? She said, what's that mean? Did he talk you into going from Arkansas to Texas at any point? Each time they asked her, she said, no, it was my idea. So guess what happens now? The enticement and coercion goes out the window. They get to the transportation phase of the trial. They asked the girl, did I ever drive the car? She said, no. Where was he at? He was in the back seat. Well, how did he transport her across state? What is your problem with him? The girl says, I don't have a problem with him. He's always been good to me. Talking about me. Mm-hmm. She says it's on the stand, my nigga. So my lawyer get to eating at her age now. How old are you? She said, I'm 18. Well, how old is my client? He should be 16.
Damn.
Oh, so you older than him. Because at the time, they couldn't really discuss my age because I was certified. Right. So the jury instructions was the lawyer couldn't initiate my age. The witness can. So when she got in the commence of her talking about me, she brought up my age in that conversation. And it opened the door. So now the jury knows that I was 14 and she was 16. So they asked her, was it your idea to go to Texas? She said, yeah. She kept saying it, right? Fast forward, man. The jury was hung. When they got into deliberation, they dismissed all the enticement and coercion. So now I'm only fighting the 2 counts of transportation because there was another female involved, which never testified. So I don't even know how to charge. So they used old boy testimony to keep me.
Put that and make that stack up.
To make it stack. So They hung for 2 days, right? On the third day, they come in. My lawyer filed for a mistrial. They said, we got a verdict for count 1, but we just can't come up with a verdict for count 2. So the judge says, I never had a mistrial in my courtroom, and I've been 25 years on the bench. Whoa. So what I'm going to let y'all do, I know y'all tired. Y'all been deliberating for the last 2 days. I know you're tired, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let y'all go home for the weekend, and we're going to come back on Monday, and we're going to deliberate further. They come in 15 minutes in on Monday. They sealed the verdict that they already had, and they let them deliberate further on the other verdict, right? They come in that motherfucker 15 minutes, man, they got a verdict. Not guilty on the verdict from Friday. Guilty because they added aiding and abetting. So basically they said that even if I didn't commit the actual crime of transport and I aided and abetted a motherfucker. So
to go.
When you sit back and you ask me a question about how I look at the game today, right? It's fucked up. Yeah. And the reason why I say it's fucked up is because I got convicted of the Mann Act, right? The Mann Act is just simply transporting or enticing an individual to travel across state lines for purposes of prostitution. The new law after 2007 is human trafficking. They have took a global charge, international law has become a global law. I mean, a domestic law.
Yes.
So now all these young niggas that came after, they clueless of what they walking into. They walking into a situation where
automatic
the max that you could possibly get statutorily was 10 years. Now your mandatory minimum is 10 and your max is life. And the little kid that we were talking about earlier, a life sentence for a motherfucker willingly. Not a motherfucker that was forced. Not a motherfucker that was, you know what I mean?
No, we talking
about a motherfucker that
all choice.
All choice. They giving these little niggas a life sentence. And when you sit back and you look at it, right? I can see there's certain niggas that deserve that. But when you sit back and you look at a nigga 19, 20 years old that ain't even had a chance yet at life, you give him a life sentence or 25 years for a chick that he went to high school with just because they got a difference in years. They went to school together. He might be a couple months older than her. He 19, she 18. But at the time, he was 18 and she was 17. Under federal law, 17 years old, you still a juvenile.
That's the part they understand. So why wouldn't they flip it in your situation and more like she was with an underage than?
Because we were both juveniles.
Getting to the money part.
We was both juveniles. So the fact that she was 16 and I was 14, you can't go and say she was an adult. The only adult that was involved was the nigga that I wouldn't tell on and the nigga that testified on me.
So when people run around here saying Lace got these underage charges and he matched with this, is that case you talking about?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
That's crazy.
But what they trying to do is what niggas do.
Flip it.
They spent it as if it was a situation that happened today.
Yeah, like a sicko. Yeah, but they got to do anything to throw dirt on diamonds. You know that now.
And my mama always told me, tell your story before the enemy can tell it.
There
right?
you go.
The reason why niggas was able to take that story and run with that story is because I never felt the need. You the first nigga that I done had a conversation with publicly about this situation. And the crazy part about it, it's public record. It's not no mystery.
They don't want to read. This is the microwave age,
so
man. All I got to do is get on here when you leave and say, man, hey, man, he told me this how it happened. They not going to go back and watch the interview we did.
They not going to watch it.
Let alone read it and pull it up and say this, that, and the third. I just need a reason to hate this nigga with everything I don't have.
Hey, man, all they got to do, man, and this is me publicly stating, any nigga that ever got a question about Lace, I did something that a lot of grown niggas wouldn't do. I didn't cop out. I didn't plea out. I had the book stacked against me as a kid, and I didn't know what the outcome was gonna be, right? But I went to trial. I was found guilty on a technicality, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I was the youngest nigga on my case. United States of America versus Jermaine Carlos Diaz.
All you do is look that up. That's real life.
06060-010, man. That's my case. If they want to know it, they can go look that motherfucker up, man. It ain't no history. They go on Pacer. They go look it up on Pacer. Ain't no flaw in my record. Ain't no snitching in my jacket. Any nigga that was in the feds with me, they know that I was a stand-up nigga. I didn't fall for nothing. When I got to the joint, I went from the pimp lace to the man lace. And I went there with any nigga that was chosen to go there. And there's a lot of niggas from Houston that I was in the feds with. And the reason why the love has carried on as far as it's carried
It's from that.
is because while I was locked up, Steve checked the nigga in that snitched on me, that testified on me.
Oh, you checked the bed? Oh, yeah.
You got to think, I was in the county because I was a juvenile. He was over there in the FDC. Only thing they knew, because it was on the news, this nigga Diamond is testifying on some kid that they housing over there at Harris County. So when we get on the bus and Steve put 2 and 2 together that I was the kid, when they got back over there to the FDC, Steve ran a nigga up. I'm gonna show y'all God work. Fast forward, when I get to Oakdale, Louisiana, FCI Oakdale, they put me in a cell with Steve. That nigga say, man, I was over there. I was the nigga that was on the bus with you when you was on your way to trial. I said, huh? He said, nigga, I kept yelling your name in the back. I kept calling you youngster. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. So my relationship came from,
And now,
he went and told everybody, that little nigga, that a solid little nigga. And that's what carried me, Mike, to the point where, so let's fast forward though. And this the reason why I don't glorify the game, my nigga.
right.
2007. I'm rich as a motherfucker. Remember the charge I told you about earlier when they arrested me on the violation? They come in there with a new charge. In 2007, they passed a law called the Adam Walsh Act. Remember John Walsh from America's Most Wanted? His son was kidnapped and raped and killed.
And then they never found him, right?
They never found him.
Yeah, yeah.
They enacted a charge that he fought with Congress to enact, right? Called the Adam Walsh Act. It requires anybody under all these different charges to register as a sex offender, right? 2007, I knew nothing about this.
Yeah.
Anybody that went to the feds know what a judgment and commitment is.
That was trying to float around too. I know where you going.
So when you fast forward and you look at the situation, it was a situation, man, that I was a child, my nigga. I never defended the facts, right or wrong. You know what I mean? Whether I was right, whether I was wrong, I never disputed them. I never went at that. I knew exactly what I was going to do. Did I deserve for my rights to be violated as a juvenile and transferred into adult prosecution? No, I never been in trouble before in my life. This girl was older than me. She testified that she ain't never been forced to do nothing. I'm the first juvenile in the history of the United States of America
To be certified.
to be certified under the Mann Act.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever, not a case after.
Was Billy the Kid on some other, wasn't he a juvenile that the marshals got
No.
back?
Listen.
Who else been on
Hold
that
on.
like that?
Listen. The Mann Act.
Now, I
It's
know
a
what
bunch
that
of
is.
juveniles
Yeah, that has been certified.
that's been
Okay,
certified.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Under the Mann Act, in order for anybody to be charged with transporting a minor, listen, you got to listen to what the case say. Transportation of a minor for the purposes of prostitution. How in the fuck
Can a
can
minor-
I transport a minor and I was a minor
Yeah.
myself? Answer the,
Bro, what the fuck is these people doing?
we're talking about a chick that, now fast forward, right? When this Adam Walsh shit came out in 2007, I didn't know nothing about it. They didn't send me a letter in the mail and tell me, hey, you need to go down here to the county and
And
register.
register.
They didn't tell me that.
He made everybody that had
Retroactive
go, and now you gotta go.
Retroactively.
You gotta go
Yes,
register.
bro. By this time, I
Wow.
done moved to Texas, out of Arkansas. They come and arrest me on a violation, and then ask me questions. How long you been in Texas? Oh, I've been in Texas for the last year.
And you
I
ain't
told on myself.
fucking-
I didn't know. So they tell me, okay, so boom. That's where the registration come in at, right? So when niggas sit back and they try to spin that narrative
Yeah.
without going and really reading the facts, you know what I'm saying? I let it go with a grain of salt because the reason why, it never stopped nothing. You know what I mean? It never
Obviously.
stopped nothing. I done had chicks, nigga, with 3, 4 daughters run into me and go and look at my case, and as a mother, feel fucked up. Even though I'm a grown man now, they looking at it back like, damn,
They done you dirty.
they fucked over me so cold, man.
That's cold.
And I was willing to take my lick because I never denied the facts. The facts is me and her both agreed to travel and go get some money. It wasn't me go to her or her come to me. We both agreed
No
that
gorilla.
we finna go. None of that. There was none of that. Bro, I was found guilty of any type of enticement, coercion, all that went out the window at trial by the testimony of the victim. Them motherfuckers sent me, and the coldest part about the whole thing, bro, my guideline range was 6 to 12 months. They departed upward on the guideline because I went to trial. They gave me 54 months in the federal penitentiary and 3 years on federal supervised release.
Wow.
I go back on the Adam Walsh Act. They give me 18 months in prison and life on supervised release. Ken Schaefer got me off the lifetime supervised release in 2018, dog. I was on federal. All the time that y'all been seeing me moving, I was on Fed paper the whole time. From 2004 to 2018.
14 years.
I gave them folks 14 years. And when I went in front of the judge, man, for my termination, the judge didn't even remember that he gave me a life sentence, man, for a simple failure to register that I had no knowledge of, dog. So when niggas sit back and they spin that narrative, I never got public with it. I never talked about it. And the reason why I never talked about it, man, is because I feel like God had already put me on a path to be great, to be successful.
So I'm gonna have to take some bullets.
I'm gonna have to embrace what come with it.
Right.
So I embraced everything that came with my choices. Everything that I did, I chose to do it. Nobody forced me to go out and try to do that. I had a great upbringing, man. Regardless of what choices that I made them choices on my own. I never blamed mama, daddy. I just wasn't willing to tell on my partner. I look up to that nigga. Still to this day, me and his money level is different. Me and his success is different. But even though I got an understanding on why, and I respect him for that. He didn't go down there and pick that young bitch up and bring her across state lines. Right? He was wrong because he was old. He was 24. But I'd rather my homeboy who 14 years old ride with her than me because they can't do nothing to him. In his mind, he didn't think
that
anything would ever happen to me.
There's no way you could think that would happen to you like that.
Now, what if I would have told on him? What if I would have got down on him?
Now, you'd have had to live with that for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life. Guess where the girl at now?
Where's she at?
40 years.
Yeah, you let karma do what karma do.
I let God do what he
Yeah.
gonna do. That's what the U.S.
You let God
The U.S. attorney.
For real, God is great.
The U.S. attorney who did all of this, he fucked me. He knew he fucked me. He did everything in his power, and just because he couldn't get me to break like all these other niggas that he was breaking throughout the years and throwing time at them and they was breaking, he couldn't break their kid. He threw the book at me. Guess where he at? They arrested him. He had all type of internal shit went on in his life. You know what I'm saying? He's no longer a U.S. attorney. You know what I mean? He's a buster. He's a bum. Why?
He was a bum then.
God punished him later on.
Yeah.
And I say all of that to say, when I sit back and I watch these young niggas trying to follow in my footsteps and following and I just had this conversation on my live the other day. I protected my son from everything that you could possibly think wrong. He never knew nothing about no pimp shit. He never knew nothing about no dope shit. I didn't have him around hoes. I didn't have him around nothing negative.
And that's a fact.
Everybody in the world will tell you, hey man, I had chicks leave me because they didn't understand how protective I was for my son. And I said, you know what? I don't want him to ever witness what I was able to witness at his age, and then to have the opportunity to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would have put that there, he would have had a choice. Either I can go here or I can go there. Or I can be like my daddy.
This not even a choice if you don't see it.
If you don't see it, it ain't a choice. And that's what I dedicated myself to, was to making sure that, hey, my nigga, my son had to live with my past when he got older. It was people looking at, oh, who was that getting dropped off in a Ferrari or getting dropped off at school in a Rolls Royce? I done had old ladies go run my tag and find out who I am. The daughter go and ask my son, hey, is it true that your dad X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Right?
That's gotta be harsh.
It's the worst thing
ever
that ever happened to me.
I know that's embarrassing.
So when I sit back and I look at all these young niggas that steady trying to walk in that path, right? Walk. Sauce Walker, I'm gonna give him a prime example. Mm-hmm. Before he became who he is now in music, we had a conversation before, you know what I'm saying, when he was in the streets, right? Before he became who he is now. And I say, man, if I wouldn't give that to my son, I wouldn't give it to you. Any kid, that young nigga under me that come to me and they ask me to mentor them, coach them, give them the game, hey, bruh, if I wouldn't give it to my child,
you think I'm gonna give it to you?
You think I'm gonna give it to you? I don't want to be the nigga. My homeboy, the one that I took that I wouldn't testify on. Every day that we see each other, bro, me and this nigga still tight today. When that nigga come up around me and he regret the hurt,
everything that happened,
and the pain in his eyes, bro, I see it. That nigga text me when he see me post something. He texted me and asked me, man, you all right? Because he know the psychological warfare that I done had to deal with throughout the years, man, dealing with what I dealt with. But I was able to my nigga, the nigga that everybody know today, with all the allies stacked against me, with all of this shit that come against me with this case. One case out of 42 years of living, Mike, I got one case, my nigga, that haunts me for the rest of my life. And that's what I tell these niggas. Hey, dog, you ain't gonna get the chance I got. See, I had a second chance. I had a second chance. So when you ask me about the game today, I recommend any young nigga to go the other way.
Talking about face.
Nigga, you better all blowing a nigga brains out.
Yeah.
Then get caught in a federal system with a human trafficking charge. You going to jail, you gonna get 25 years at the minimum.
If it's your first.
Your first. You're going to register as a sex offender for the rest of your natural life. I had a second chance. I ain't got life. I had 25 years.
That's the coldest one, because now they have they've enhanced it into human trafficking now.
That's the part.
See, it was pimping and pandering
bullshit
when I was coming up. You know what I mean?
Man,
a ticket.
We come up in the same
the hoe get
era.
A ticket. The hoe get a ticket. You get some county time and they ain't gone on.
It's over with.
It's over with.
Now
bruh.
they taking your life. They taking your money. They fuck around, take your mama. Anybody that got anything to do with whatever it is that you got going on, even if it's willingly, Mike. If a chick get on there and say, I chose that nigga and I chose to give him this, you can't choose to break the law. You can't choose to do that.
How does that sound, knowing that this is the oldest law?
Hey, the oldest law of mankind.
Mankind.
They
bro.
give Diddy, listen.
Gambling and there was liquor, hoeing, prostitution, and gambling.
Do you know the man that came from, right?
Where did he come from?
It was a boxer, black nigga, that used to fly girls in all around the country for these rich millionaires. He was a fighter, right? His last name was Man.
Sweetheart, we gonna take a break in 2 minutes, right?
Hey, his last name was Man. That's why they call it the Man Act. They had to find a way to knock his ass off because he was flying these badass white girls all around the country for these with these big millionaires and things.
He
right?
getting them a little money. He a little tricking.
They knocked his ass off. So they created
For
this
being
law.
a trick.
Hey, my nigga, no. He was the nigga that was pandering.
Okay.
He was the one that was putting the play together. This is back in the 50s.
I thought you were finna say Jack Johnson. You know, niggas don't know but rap your Jack Johnson, but who you talking about?
Hey, look, they created a whole law wrapped around this called the Mann Act. And that Mann Act is the law that was initiated prior to human trafficking. Human trafficking came about, man, because it's like the crack law, right? Cocaine, you get a slap on the wrist because that was a white man drug. Crack was a black nigga drug. So if your ass is black and you getting the pressing on this crack cocaine, guess what happens? You was a nigga. Ain't no way you finna make millions of dollars off this crack. We finna put your ass over here for life, right? So guess what happens with the white slavery? They changed the law to human trafficking because that was the new crack. All these niggas was getting rich off of pimping. So now we got to figure out a way to monetize this situation. If we can get these niggas, they making $300-something a day, an hour for a nigga in jail on a human trafficking charge. So now we got to change the narrative.
Oh yeah.
And that's the state that the game is in now. So when I see all these niggas, they boyfriend and girlfriending, they robbing chicks, you know what I'm saying, or they youth. They not providing with what they supposed to be providing for. It's all a con game now.
No management.
There's no management. There's no honesty. There's no realism. The nigga smoking dope, the girl smoking dope. The nigga popping pills, the girl popping pills. Everybody doing everything that's against what the game was initiated for. Man, the game was about elevation, bruh. That's what the game was always about. When I grew up around the game, it was everybody was happy with one another. Everybody was helping one another. You know what I mean? Even the niggas in the game, they wasn't in competition with one another. It was a small circle of niggas that everybody knew everybody. Now, everybody is against everybody. Everybody in competition with everybody.
Oh, they'll kill you. It's hands on me. It used to be hands off, now it's hands on.
Non-contact sport.
Used to be a
finesse game.
Now they kill you. You
knock a nigga for his bro.
Man, serve him for they bro, but you lying to get hit with a switch.
Nigga, hey, they gonna kill you.
They are gonna kill you.
Hey, man, I seen a nigga one day with a bra, right? This is gonna fuck you up, man. The girl bending over the car, like this here. Right? The nigga is another girl here. They got their hands on the trunk of the car. The nigga standing 1 foot over here, 1 foot over here, and he's standing up on their back. Tell me, where they do that at, man? You hear what I just told you, Mike?
And they done booked him.
No.
Oh, they just got this crazy shit going on,
bro,
man. These people,
that's
man.
the reference. That's the reference that you have now. You got the reference that you got now, my nigga, is that. When they look at shit like that on social media, they automatically say that you that type of nigga.
That's what you doing, walking them around
on leases.
Man, I seen that.
That's the biggest mockery of the game.
Why would you give them folks an image of this game that is not even the game?
Exist.
That ain't how the church roll.
A woman in her right mind ain't finna allow no nigga to put her on no leash. But then you gotta understand something. That image that you painting to the public is the image that they use to give this nigga a life sentence, man. When they go in there and they talk about this nigga over here that's fighting for his life,
they play that.
They gonna use the image of a nigga walking a chick down the road in a leash. I done seen a nigga walk a chick down on her knees in a leash. And both times I've seen this was niggas that was not active. And when I say active, those wasn't niggas that was really playing that game. Those was actors. Yeah. It go back to the Hughes brothers.
Yeah.
Right? The Hughes brothers used to go pay niggas to act in these documentaries like they was living their life. But they wasn't.
A lot of them documentaries ain't right,
bro,
man.
No, man. They went and got niggas that were dope fiends on the side of the road. They went and got niggas that was, you know what I mean, college graduates that ain't never been in the game. They went and got niggas that was willing to go on camera and act like they was living this life and living this game. they would mix it. They would go and get niggas that was really active, right? And then they would bring in these bums.
Actors, mix it all
And
together.
mix it all
so
together.
now you got a gumbo.
Now you got a gumbo of bullshit.
And even the lie have a little truth in it. And that's fucked up.
And that's fucked up, man, because now you got niggas like myself, right? We get held accountable for the mockery that niggas done made of the game, bro. You know what I mean? And it's a cold situation, man. And that's why we can talk for, you know what I mean, for hours about that, man. And, you know, one of the things that I'm writing a book on my life, right? And one of the things that I'm talking about in that book is what not to do. And what not to do is the game in the aspect of what the game was originated from is no longer the game. A man is supposed to elevate you, dog, right? And I'm guilty of that. The game is about elevation. True or false?
All day.
You give me $1 million and I go buy you a diamond chain. I failed you. I go buy you a car. I failed you. If I didn't go and buy you a house, or I didn't go over here and buy you some property, or I didn't go over here and make your credit score 800, or I didn't go over here and invest into you a business to walk you away from this, I failed you, right?
By far.
By far.
Because all you did was drink a $400 cup of syrup every day, 10 Perkies, whatever else they doing, and at the end of the year, the bill is $700,000, and you ain't got $500 to get a hoe.
And you ain't got $500 to your name. So how can I say that I'm successful? The greatest man is a man that can expand outside of whatever lane that he in, right? So just because that's the game that you choose to live, man, now, don't mean that's the game that you're supposed to live forever. It's all about elevation. So if you take a chick, man, and you ain't elevate her in no aspects of her life, man.
You out of line.
You all the way out of line.
Yo, pimping ain't pimping. I
and
read
that's
a book.
what we living in today, bro.
I read a book in prison. It was called 52 Ways to Pimp, right?
I ain't never heard of that.
That's a cold one. It's a little bitty blue book, man. It's
52
like
ways.
this 52 ways, man. It got the boyfriend pimping there, Mexican pimping. It got all that. But what you just said that book, you write on that's what's missing. I wish I'd have had that one with that one, because now they can see things that, hey, man, look, the law. But,
right.
Hey, we're going to take a small break right quick, a 2-minute break. Talk to you, girl, too. And we'll be right back after these messages, man. So y'all hold on, man. We ain't through yet. We gonna ask him about sauce. We gonna talk about the cars. And y'all just hold off. Give us 5